It has been demonstrated that youth who are involved in sports or other type of school or community activities learn important lessons that help shape and mold their lives, values that help them grow up to be responsible citizens, husbands and wives, and mothers and fathers. We desire that youth everywhere will embrace the concepts presented in this movie. I would like to introduce you to two men who I have known for a long time. They are known to many as the Minnesota Twins, not the baseball team, but twin brothers, Stuart and Stephen Peterson. From an early age, they played hockey and baseball, helping their teams win city, district, state, and national championships. They want to share with you the values they learned from their sports participation and how they came to realize that it doesn't matter if it's on a baseball field or in a hockey arena or within life's many journeys. When all is said and done, it's how the game is played. Stuart has had a successful career as a pharmacist and owns the Royalty Horse Ranch. He and his wife Joyce and their daughters Krista and Stacy help with the training of the show horses and the care and daily operation of the ranch. Stephen is an emergency room physician and a Christian minister. He and his wife Lynn participate in many community and civic activities.
Life is full of mystery and wonder all the same. It's not how you get here or the making of a name. It's all an uphill challenge, the life you choose to live. It's not about the taking or what you have to give. Listen to the elders, you'll learn along the way. They teach you time and time again. That's how the game is played. That's how the game is played. It's not me or I or you to make it up that mountain, invincible the odds. It's trusting those who helped you in the trusting hand of God. A man can be a winner if he's humble enough to lose, graciously accepting all that God has given you, not measured by your prizes, but a path that you have laid. It's all about the choices. That's how the game is played. That's how the game is played.
Hi, Ma.
Where are you going, for a ride? I come
You're
over
early.
for supper.
We don't eat till 5.
I'm very early, but I thought I'd come early. Maybe I can help out if you're going to have supper. Yeah.
Over the years, starting back in 1959, the Petersons hockey and baseball teams have won over a dozen city, district, and state and national championships. Through all of this, one lesson learned was perseverance, the hard way.
Stephen and I had this very important game the next day. Yet the day before, we were ski jumping down at Chester Bowl, and it was a very high ski jump. The man-made ramp was called Big Chester. All we had was slalom skis at the time, and you normally use jumpers. Pretty proud of the fact that we could do this, and we wanted our dad to watch us. We asked him to drive us down to Chester Bowl, and while we were driving down there, he warned us. He says, you know, you guys got a very important game coming up tomorrow, a tournament game. Do you really think you ought to do this? You might get hurt. Well, being kids like we are, we feel invincible. We said, oh, we can't get hurt. Let's go, Dad. I want you to watch us ski jump. So we got down to Chester Bowl. We climbed all the way up the side of the hill, which is a long climb. I zoomed down the ramp in a crouched position, get to the end of the ramp, and then I give a leap. I landed, my edges of my skis got caught into the ice and separated my legs in a V-shaped form. I ended up tumbling all the way down the hill to the bottom of the hill, and I sprained my ankle. My dad had to literally carry me back to the truck and help me into the house. I had hurt my ankle so bad. I couldn't sleep that night. I ended up soaking my foot all night. Dad had called the coach that night and said, I don't think the Twins are going to be able to play. Stuart hurt himself. The team was devastated. By the time morning came along, I said, Dad, we can't let the team down. We have to play. We got to figure something out. We rushed up to the Kenwood Shopping Center where we were supposed to meet the team. The team had already went down to the curling club because they knew we weren't going to be there. Dad rushed us down to the curling club. On the way down to the curling club, Stephen and I came up with this plan. I told him, I says, I'll wrap my foot the best I can with a bandage. I'll tighten up my skates. Let's not let the other team know that I'm hurt. I'll work my way in front of the net, and you carry the puck, Steve. You do the play. And work it down into the corner and pass to me, and I'll score. He did that. I ended up scoring a hat trick that game, which is 3 goals. We won that game. We ended up going on to win the city championship. What I learned from that was perseverance. Several years later, I had the opportunity to put what I learned about perseverance into action. When I was in the military in the early 1970s, I went through officer candidate school. We started off with 108 men, and we graduated 50. That's how difficult the program was. I really had to persevere. When they pinned those bars on my shoulders, that was one of the most wonderful feelings I ever had. And the other course I went through was Officer Basic course. I was the battery commander during the live fire exercise. I would take the Huey helicopter with a crew, and I'd recon an area to find a place to set up my howitzers. I would land, my perimeter support would set up to protect me from enemy fire. In the meantime, off in the distance, I had Chinooks waiting for my call. They're double-bladed helicopters, one in the front and one in the rear with turbo engines. What they had was my howitzer hanging from the bottom of the Chinook. I commanded the pilot to drop the howitzer. The men were deployed and the fire began. I was back at the hockey net again. If I made a mistake, people died. I had to persevere.
That's how the game is played. That's how the game is played.